G'day there, I'm Snake of Bacon, and this... No, I want it to knock over the camera. G'day there, I'm Snake of Bacon, and this... is LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. The third LEGO game to feature Batman, and 16th in the series overall. For 10 years now, Traveller's Tales has been making these co-op platformers where you break the surrounding environment, build it into something else, and collect characters and minikits. After 16 games, you may be asking, is the series getting a bit stale? Stale is subjective. It's not up to a reviewer to tell you if you should be getting sick and tired of a series or not. What one person thinks is stale, whether it be games or bread, might be perfect for someone else. Stale bread, for example, can be cooked in a variety of ways, or thrown at ducks for your amusement. I tried interviewing a duck, but he refused to comment on LEGO Batman 3. But did say he was interested in motorcycles, binary domain, and being in the fridge. Back on topic, LEGO Batman 3 has an original story with 16 levels and 7 open-world miniature planets to explore, though these planets are completely locked away until you have finished the story. But don't worry, if you want to get there in a hurry you can, because the story levels won't take you very long to do. Unfortunately, quite a few of them are pretty uninspired compared to previous LEGO games. One that did really stick out to me though was this one, Europe Against It, where you're fighting in a shrunken down version of several European cities under assault from Brainiac. This was a very enjoyable level, and while it's not the only one, no others really sprung to mind for me because I forgot them. There have been some good changes to this game since LEGO Batman 2, such as the suit wheel, which means I don't have to go looking for Batman and Robin's suits within each level to solve puzzles. You can change them on the fly through a wheel, which is... it really streamlines the process, but that means the game has to be made tedious in other ways. Digging takes a really long time now. It's only a very minor grievance and I don't have any footage of it, but Green Lantern digs 3 times slower than Fang the dog from LEGO Harry Potter. But that wasn't even the most annoying part. No, the narration from Conan O'Brien was just driving me nuts because whenever you walked past him, and he's in every single room of the hub, he just wouldn't stop talking.
Hey, you finished the story, huh? Guess you're about ready to hang up your cape and call it a night then, right?
So I heard this line at least 50 times.
Don't forget about all that free play stuff you can do.
They patched it though, he only talks now when you click a button, which is a vast improvement. But that reminds me of another audio issue. There's an echo on every single line of dialogue in the game. I don't know, what went wrong here? Did someone at the recording studio just get lazy and set the EQ to, big giant empty hall? Because whether they're outside or in a spaceship or anywhere, it's the same amount of echo.
I think I'll let you solve that riddle yourself.
Moving right along, here's the open world portion of the game, where you'll be running around with 2 of the 160-ish characters, not counting DLC, and wandering around one of these little micro-planets, very much like in Ratchet & Clank 3. But you'll be doing a lot more of it here than in Ratchet & Clank 3, so the novelty may wear off. So, what will you be doing to pass the time in this colourful microcosm? Oh, there's a plethora of activities to do, like flying through rings. Don't kid yourself, everyone loves flying through rings.
Amber! Shut up! Long story short, I'm now the proud owner of a pack of pet parasites. Short story slightly longer, I took them for a walk and they kinda got loose. You couldn't round them up for me before they start causing trouble, could you?
The worlds are also littered with people who have very simple quests for you. Finding items for them, rounding up their lost liabilities, in this case a bunch of insects, and protecting a character from enemies as they walk and talk to you. Which, oddly enough, in this game is handled by Daffy Duck. masquerading as the Green Lantern, who's here seemingly to pretend that not every other character in the game is providing comic relief, and that we need a second guest tour guide. Now sure, I didn't find all of his jokes funny, but this being a family game for everyone, it has a very broad target audience to please, and I find that, for the most part, it succeeds. There's things thrown in there for older fans, with references to the 60s Batman TV series, and a whole level based on it in fact. Plus plenty of very obscure characters to test even the hardcore DC fans' knowledge. It has got a very impressive roster, as most LEGO games do. And since recording of this I have filled it, plus added in all the DLC characters. There's a lot of things to do, and that brings me to another point. The DLC. I was a bit disappointed when they announced it for this game. The LEGO series seemed like the last, pure, incorruptible little thing that was just its own, self-contained game package which you bought and you had all the stuff. The last few LEGO games have had a couple of little DLC characters you can add, but this time they've gone for a full-fledged season pass, which for various amounts of money depending on where you live, grants you access to 6 DLC levels and corresponding characters. The problem is, these levels are really short. In fact, they're shorter than any of the other levels in the game, which is a bit worrying since they're the ones you're paying extra for. You'd think they'd want to make them longer and better, but no, they're shorter and less interesting, and there's no real incentive to replay them. They come across more like quick cash-ins for the franchises they represent. The Dark Knight Trilogy Pack, as it's called, consists only of playing as the Joker in a nurse outfit, standing on a truck while blowing up a few other trucks, and then a quick part as Batman, and the whole thing only takes about 10 minutes. After playing all of them, I'd say the least interesting pack was the one for Bizarro, and the most interesting for Arrow. In conclusion, LEGO Batman 3's improved gameplay features, humour and wealth of characters are balanced out by lackluster levels, disappointing open world section, and the introduction of some pretty bad DLC levels. An easy way to express this would be to say that LEGO Batman 3 is a mixed bag. Now, saying something is a mixed bag is very easy. I just did it. And what it means is that I can escape having to form a binary opinion on it, of whether it's good or bad, because, like many things, it has good and bad qualities. That's what a mixed bag usually means. Now really, every game's going to be a mixed bag, unless a game is a bag of lolly bananas, in which case, well, I don't know. How would critics receive a bag of lolly bananas as a game? I don't think they'd be very warm to that idea. If the bag truly was not mixed, and only contained lolly bananas, then it would probably be received as repetitive, more of the same, boring. It's really hard to make a game that pleases everyone, because if the bag is a mixed bag, it's good in some ways and bad in others. And if the bag's a straight bag of just lolly bananas, that's no good, because variety is the spice of life, and you know, sometimes idioms just can't solve everything. Okay, here is my first attempt at a quick social media plug. I have a Twitter page, which I'll start using from now on. You can get to it by clicking on that cyan rectangle that says Twitter on it, and I have a Facebook page, which you can get to by clicking on the blue oval. If you're watching on a platform that doesn't work like that, here are links. Snake of Bacon for Twitter, and Snake O Bacon for Facebook. That's really how it is. They wouldn't let me have an F. If you follow these pages, you'll be able to find out about what I'm doing. You know, stuff about the creative process, what things I'm working on, when you can see new stuff, what I'm up to. You know, I don't really know for certain what'll happen, but we'll have to find out together. Are you with me? Good, because this whole viewer interaction thing is, you know, it's strange and exciting. But the whole world is strange and exciting, I don't know. What do you think? The way we see content has changed so much. The way we interact with people has changed so much through the internet, and now is not the time. But it's the only time that's currently happening.